You guys, we got another live. The falling of the white man system. Now, the destruction of American educational system. So we see the falling of this white man system is coming from Almighty God. So you have the destruction of American education. The pledge of Allah God against the educational system of America is something that the philosophers and scientists should look into as the destruction of American education is the destruction of their wisdom to educate the people. There are many who looks on destruction without taking a second thought of destruction of American education. Education is a guide for the people to keep and maintain a civilized life. And it's education that civilizes us. Now, to see the citizens of America rebelling against the American educational system is something that the rise should take thought of. The American people actually have come to a point where they hate their own educational system. That means that they are hating and destroying their civilization because it's education that civilized people. So we see the American people, they hate this white man's world educational system. It's a new world that they want. So in their madness, you see schools, colleges, universities is being set on fire. Today, the teachers are in great danger because the American people no longer want the education. They are destroying the very houses that house their textbooks education. They are rebelling against their teachers who teach education. They are fighting their teachers, and then they set their houses on fire, schools, colleges, and universities. This means, in words, as I have said above, that they are destroying their own civilization. The black people today who are blindly helping the white people to destroy their civilization are like Samson was in his day and time. He helped to pull the buildings down, but he was blind to the fact of destruction of the building. All Samson wanted to do was to get even with his mockers, who had put out his eyes, who laughed at him. See, Samson did not care whether there be a civilization left behind him or not. He was willing to die blind to the knowledge of the future of his people and those people he was destroying. Throughout America, her colleges, her universities, and her teachers are in danger. The students no longer want an old world guidance. It's a new world that they want. But in a mad destruction of the old world, they do not know how to prepare for a new world civilization. They do not have guidance for a new civilization. In a madness, they refuse to hear a teacher teaching of an educational system of a better civilization, the civilization of the black man. The wisdom of the educational system of the black man had never been known to this world because the black man was put to sleep in order to let this world, white man, try itself at ruling. Now, the rule of this world has been found to be dissatisfying, and the dissatisfaction is 100%. Allah God has come to take over and to guide other people into setting up a better educational system for the people whom himself is the head. And we all get guidance from him, as Daniel said in his prophecy. God will set up a kingdom, and he will not lead into the hands of others. But he himself will guide it. But first, he must remove all this rubbish of this white man's world educational system. To discard the American educational system as we discard rubbish to be burnt up. The black man who hears the teaching of Islam feel proud that he had been taught something that he had wished for all his life. Now, this is like the Bible. This is just like the Bible. This is a fallen American book of the white man's world system, how it should come to an end. You seeing it. We're not here for 20, 15 years, y'all. The time, it can be within a few days. So when it comes to the average black man that he hears, see, he does not accept as he should. He accepts in such a way that he can be criticized and mocked, for he wants to take a piece of it as he had done in the past. He ran away with it, claiming that he knows this. He'll try to set up something of his own from a few words of it. See, this throw the black man behind. See, they do this through envy, jealousy, and proudness on the parts of the person. This is the way the black man in America is divided. So the devil knows that the black man is proud and envious. The white man helps him to be this way. So the black man will never get any place towards self. But the black man takes such a step to divide himself up. Look how the devil is teaching our people division now. The devil goes and get everyone who he can think of for the black people to allies them. Look how he named streets after Reverend Martin King and Malcolm because he was the devil's disciple. Reverend Martin King was not the disciple of the black man. He preached integration with white people, kind of white folks, and then the white man killed him. See, the white man does the same to you, although you follow what this white man tells you to follow, and you worship the white man. Many times I have remind you that Reverend Martin King was not trying to separate you from enemy, but instead he was trying to unite you with this enemy. Reverend Martin King was not seeking home for you as Moses was seeking home for Israel, who was opposed in Egypt. See, in this time, my brothers and sisters, in this modern day, America, I'm seeking an independent home for you. See, Reverend Martin King did not do that. See, Reverend Martin King taught you to submit to this white man and become one of them. See, all your life you have known that this is destruction and the so-called freedom. It's the same as a dog returned to the vomit. The black man will vomit out of the white man, and now he goes back to the white man. You see, the white man is right. And he said that you are free. You are free, but if you go back to him for him to put the chain on you again, you see, he would do so. See, Malcolm flew out from us as hypocrites. He went and joined white people and worshiped them, and he got what he preached for. Now, the white man named colleges after Malcolm only to get you to join in a philosophy which he left behind, that white people are good. Malcolm went to Mecca and saw white people. Instead of joining in with the black man, he joined in with the white man, although he was taught the white man's birth and death. He preached it as long as he did not turn the enemy against me. He turned the enemy against me, for he wanted my place over the people. And he thought that by going over the earth and making a mock of me, he would do just that to get rid of me. But the very people of Mecca and Egypt, other places he went, they are with me today. Here, United States of America, today, I have more followers than I had before Malcolm said a word. You cannot disgrace one whom Allah God has taken for his friend, who he has the power to keep your disgrace to nothing. The white man teaches you to worship Malcolm in order to lead you astray. Against me, you come around trying to argue with us. I do not give 2 cents for you following Malcolm. If you want to follow him, you will get divine death and destruction, with no one to give you any honor and respect, only the devil whom you serve. So the devil set enemies and hypocrites for you to worship, or you to pull you away from me. You know that you will be a fool to follow the enemies and hypocrites, but that is to turn you away from your starvation, which I'm preaching. You cannot prosper fighting against me. For Allah God is not with you, for He is with me. It does not matter how many devils you have with you. You can have a world full of devils, but that will not amount to anything. Show how anxious you are to get what the devil offer you for following his guidance. Allah God came to put in to the enemy, the devil, and their powers to rule. This you will learn. See, the God that we know and serve came to put in to these white man rulers. And this, my brothers, you will see. I'm not without power from Allah God by any means, regardless of whether every one of you reject follow me. I mean the 30 million of you. See, that will not stop me or condemn me as being able to lead you. You black people in America are no more than a small family. We have a world of black people that I can continue to teach. They are so anxious for me to come and teach them. After I teach you the truth, it is immaterial to me whether or not you will believe and follow me. If all the little black organizations who are trying to do something for self unite with me and make them complete body one, we will most certainly have starvation in our hands at once. We all want to be like Christianity, where each one setting enjoying his little part. And one day, they will lose their parts. The destruction of America's educational system is the best thing that Allah, God, could do to get rid of that, which you depend on for guidance. America's educational system had never benefited you and me, only to keep us slaves to this white man. We the black people want educational system that will bring us into unity as a man before Allah God. We want an educational system that we can read in the light of ancient and modern history. We want an educational system that will guide us through tomorrow, not an educational system that's dying today. What hope can you have in a world that is crushing and bursting as America is? Do you think that we'll be here and that you'll go back like you were before the war? I say you wait and see. This is the end of white America. Allah God will destroy her, for she is the most evil one of the right race. America is more evil than Europe. America is worse than her father, England. Look what is going on at the present time, day and night. Black man, America has no respect for you, nor for your women. Yet you desire America's civilization, and still you want to destroy it. Now, what do you want, my dear man? I think that you should first prepare to replace that which you are destroying. I advise you to unite with me and let us build a nation like a single home. United force is always better than divided one. I say unite with me. I cannot unite with you, for you do not have anything for me to unite with you for. You have nothing but a chain carrying around that any wise civilized man can take and bind you with continually. You may be able to wreck the whole America, but you have nothing to replace it with. Revenge is mine, said the Lord. I will repay. Look how he is repaying America with rain, snow, hail, earthquakes, fire. These can destroy white America at once. But he brings her destruction upon her gradually. As the Holy Quran teaches us, Allah God bring the wicked to nothing, little by degree, for when the wicked cannot perceive. Allah God came to give you better names that have a better meaning, a greater meaning, internal meaning. These names of Allah God will live forever, but the names of the white man will not live forever. Allah God offers you and me heaven at once, not heaven after you are dead. If we do not accept heaven, He can also put us in hell if we reject His help. Remember, the destruction of white America educational system means the doom of white America. You are not left to wander aimlessly. Holy Quran plainly teaches you and me that Allah God will not lead you to wander aimlessly. Allah God has the aim and purpose to you and me. So come and follow me and learn the new education for the black man is not designed for you, the black man in America, no, but it's for the black people all over there. Take it or leave it. savagery, and white America, the great country of white America, and a great richness and great institution, and a great towns and cities spread out like a blanket over the surface of the western hemisphere, but for tall buildings going upward over 100 stories. The great architects and building engineers have become such experts at building to precise that makes their past history or two or 4,000 years ago looks like child's play. Her land is shallow with rings of many planes which cover almost like a cloud. The great and wonderful works of scientists on earth, in the air, and her great mighty fleets of floats on high seas, on the surface and below the surface. Her great scientific, mechanical, communication systems, yet with all of its might of skills and engineering of building the country, a white America displays and practices more savagery than any civilized country on earth, and all of her educational institutions are not enough to make a man so intelligent and proud of his education, of being American citizen, that he will not practice the same savagery. There is no such thing as law and order. The law is disregarded, as though it is thrown in the jungle to be carried out by savage beasts. Murdering, killing, robbery, raping, drug addiction are the only law and order that is respected. It had become such a country that the civilized man and intelligence and decency is afraid to walk the streets of these vast towns in the city of America. It would be more secure in the jungle around and the millers of these wild beasts than to be walking the streets of these great cities in America at the night. Groups of robbers, murderers, killers, and dope addicts are prone the streets at the night to exact their evil attention upon innocents. This is a mob of savages that the intelligent and decent women should not dare venture out among. And if we see such women walk around, they are part of these savage people. And it become dangerous even for the girl and woman to be standing alone in any unprotected place, day or night. Rapists lurching around bus stations, robbers also, and thieves are at such station in which such condition existing in a so-called civilized country like white America. This is the worst name that could be applied to her. Police, detective, and FBI are all here, but these daring savage acts are committed right before their eyes and ears. The dissatisfied. We are living in a time when the dissatisfaction is 100% throughout the world of man and mankind. Therefore, we are living amongst the dissatisfied person daily and nightly. No one is satisfied, though they may be righteous. They are not satisfied because they are living amongst unrighteousness. So the whole entire world of the wicked and the righteous is upset due to the dissatisfaction. The dissatisfied are gaining every day more and more amongst the people when they hope to bring it to the same condition that they are in. Today, nothing is made so clear to the chief makers of the dissatisfaction. The black people in North America who are up from slavery are the targets of the white slave master children who wish to keep them here and deprive of their starvation if possible. See, the white man holds out promises to the black man, only to deceive the black man. The white man fascinates the black man and tries to do that for the black man that the white man does not want to do. But nevertheless, he does these things in order to get his hold on the black one slave, to go to this white man doom with him. The devil is an open enemy of the original black people of this earth. Temptation. The white man is trying to tempt the black man all over the earth to take part with the white man in evil and filth. Here in America, if you will bear me witness, sex talk is the topic conversation. See, 24 hours a day on the radio and television. These public broadcasts to the people contain some of the most filthy talks and some of the most filthy action on the screen that we ever dream of hearing from a neighbor, even in private, not to think of in public. The black man in America is on the radio 24 hours a day. The white man loves to weigh the black people out in his filthy language of sex to see how many of our black people he can get to go to hell with the white man by persuading them with his sexual talk. The Holy Quran is 100% right. Read it and try and find something in there that is not true. If you think that you have found something, come to me and I'll show you in the world that is the truth. Black man, this is the end of the rule of the white man. Allah God came to kill them for mistreating the black one slave here in white America. Allah God said in Isaiah the Bible that he will kill our enemies and call us by another name. But black brother, this is going on right in your eyes. But you still think that the time is prolonged to the distant future and that you will not live to see it. But I said to you all untruth that you are living in it now. The scientists of white America knows that white America is on her way out. Yes. And since the black man are the righteous, perhaps all of you will be saved. For you are bound to submit and see what is coming. Allah God will take you and me, call us after his own name, as I have preached to you for years. As long as we go in the names of this white man, we are his people to serve him and go to his doom with him. The white man is stripping you of decent clothes to where many of you will come out in the public, one half nude. He is making you shameless. You are doing something that you did not know you will ever be able to do, but it's in you that you would like to obey the devil and now obey Allah God, the God of righteousness, truth, freedom, justice, and equality. It is so shameful for you to sit and let your voice be heard on the radio and television, answering the filthy question that the white man is asking concerning your own personal self, the way that you think. The white man is only trying to choose you to go to hell with him. The white man knows that there is no heaven for him. There will be a remnant of them saved, but the majority are going down. They are taking a fighting chance of it, and we're deceiving you to go along with them. That is the reason both books, the Bible and Holy Quran, teach us not to let the arch deceivers deceive us. But the devil is doing it night and day. Why do you think he had these 24-hour talk shows talking amongst you and with you? If it's not to get you to agree with them so that you will go along with them to their doom. Certainly they hate me and the Muslims who follow me, but their hatred does not make any difference with us, just as long as Allah God does not hate us. The hatred goes for nothing if Allah God is not hating us. As it is written, he whom Allah befriends is not disgraced. Allah God has always backed up his people who are the righteous, who believe in him from ancient time until this day. Fear not. Lift up your head in the pride of truth and love for you, black man, the God of the black man. The dissatisfied must be removed from the satisfied of Allah God and his people of righteousness. The lost, found black people in America have the greatest gift coming to them of any people who live in the past. They'll have a new growth put into them, and they will be chained in a twinkle of an eye, as it is written in the Bible and the Holy Quran. This change will take place after Satan had been conquered and cast out of the earth amongst the black people to whom the white man is no kin. Confusion of people. Now, the rise of America, one slave, to the knowledge of self and the spirit of Allah and the person of Master Muhammad, the Son of Man, the author of the resurrection of us, the mentally dead, is causing untold confusion amongst the heads of state The scriptures being fulfilled wherein it prophesies that in these days, meaning the end of the wicked world of Satan, rulers are against rulers, kings against kings. In the days of the prophet, there was no heads of governments who was given the name presidents. Rulers was referred to as rulers and as kings of the people. The prediction of the prophet who wrote our futures before we lived is now coming to pass. Slave or foolish people, as they are referred to by Moses, are facing the slave masters. Today, as these prophecies are now being fulfilled, yes, we are not surprised at the truth God gives to us through the mouth of his prophets coming to pass as it was prophesied it. The master must give up his slave, the slave must give up his master, regardless of desire to remain with his master. It is the purpose of God himself to separate the two so that he can give the slave justice, equal chance for survival, as the slave master had been exercising power over the slaves. America is being torn to pieces politically. Yes, yes, as Pharaoh political party was in the days when Jehovah went after the freedom of Israel. Egypt was plagued with drought, great hail, storms, rain, and fire. Yes, according to songs running side by side, fire and water. These pledges are now visiting America from El Mighty Allah God. See, our people who have no knowledge of the book and scriptures can make grave error in trying to continue with the old world of the black man enslavement. There are many of our people, especially amongst yesterday leaderships, who desire to lead the shackled slave into more secure shackles for the sake of their masters and for the fear of their master dislike of the leaderships. This is found amongst the spiritual leaders more than amongst the political leaders of the Black America, which make manifest to you as the spiritual leaderships fear not the God of truth and justice, but fear the enemy of God. See, God is the author of freedom, justice, and equality. Amen. Now, we can see plain to this day what they are trying to do. See, they got to hit the reset. Everything got to get resetted. Why do you think Trump wants to reset? You know, he wants to resegregate Americans. In order to do that, in order for them to save capitalism, they know what they're doing right now. Trump is sending these mandates or these deportation. See, when it comes to immigration, they make up a population. They are willing, brothers and sisters, to get underneath that labor task that pays minimum in order for them to save capitalism. They have to get middle class people to work. And see, if you don't work, brothers, you can't eat. You see, and many of us have to accept these jobs, these positions that's paying minimum wage. They tell you, yeah, when you see they make it look good when they tell you it's 17, 18, 19, $20 an hour. If you ain't signed direct into the company, you're not getting that. See, that's the catch. If you go through some temp agency, you see, you're going to consider get paid minimum wage. Temp agency get a percent of what you make. So all this, brothers and sisters, they are hitting the reset button. They take people's jobs. Now all of a sudden they want to say, oh, we got new jobs here. We got new jobs. This whole propaganda is a concern. See, Trump wants to re-corporate America. So all America is a corporation. So, in other words, we don't have long. We don't have. I don't think we have 20, 15 years, 10 years from now. The fall is within a few days. You're seeing it. You're seeing the divine pledge or divine actions taking place right in front of our eyes. And she's willing to take you right along with her into this fall of America. So we must have unity today, brothers and sisters, with the black nation of the earth, of which you and I are members, and who are leaving in search of us, since now having a knowledge that we was bound and chained of slavery in the western hemisphere of our earth. We cannot come forth making the steps of freedom towards a free people until the shackles have been cut to allow our steps to be made freely. It is written so plainly in the last book of the Bible that the fearful and unbelieving leaderships and their followers of the enemy, the beast, and the scriptures does not try to hide giving the slave master one of the worst names, as he is like a savage beast against the black man of America and the world. A people of God shall go down with the beast in a lake of fire. Our unity with God, who has already appeared amongst us in the person of Master Fala Muhammad, to whom praise are due forever, will set us in heaven while we lived on this earth, our natural home. America lost a friendship. We see the Bible, as thou hast done, so shall be done to you. America have done the worst work of deceiving other people, making friendships with them. Now her turn has come. No one wants to trust her for friendship, for she had deceived many nations. Revelation chapter 12, the Bible prophesies of America under the worst name that could be given to a human being: serpent, Satan, snake, devil, the arch deceiver of the people of the earth. Therefore, the black man is warned in Revelation 18, verse 4. Come out of her, my people. The scriptures warns the black man to give up Babylon, which a name meaning America. America has tormented the black man. Now the tormentors is after her. Divine tormentor says that we should not be partaker. A divine torment coming against America from Allah God, who came in the person of Master Fala Muhammad, to whom praise are due forever. This means separation. We must separate ourselves from white America so that we will be saved from the strokes of the Master, who is God himself. Allah God is whooping America with all kind of disasters. I have been writing for many years that America must be punished for evil done to her black slaves, who are so-called free slaves now, who continue to suffer the same or worse punishment on the children of their white slave master than the white father imposed upon our black fathers on his servitude, slavery. America has now only lost, still losing friendship all over Asia and Africa, but she is now losing friendships right here with her next door neighbors, Central and South America. The matter, the ill treatment, and dislike which they receive. The present fact-founding committee made it seem as though it should have been on the other side of the earth. Step has to be taken to protect the physical self and the country, which is right next door to America. However, the scriptures must be fulfilled. They shall eat America bread and burn her body with fire. I quote from Revelation 17:16. And the 10 horns which you saw upon the beast, these shall hate the whore, and shall eat her flesh, and burn her with fire. The horn here are a reference to this Central In South America, America satellites. This means that America gifts and whatnot will be accepted. But this does not mean that America have practiced sincere friendship. They will take all the gift which America offers. Still, this does not mean that America has their hearts. America is careful not to give any help to a black one slave for 400 years to do something for themselves. America wants to keep her black slave tied while she watch their movement. If we go to her, ask America for a territory so that we can live to ourselves, to turn a deaf ear to us. We help America for 400 years in every respect as those one half owners of the countries. We have gotten nothing in return but beating, cheating, shooting down on the highways. If we think that there is a God of mercy, and there is one, should we not think that he will sympathize with the poor black slave to receive justice from his master? The black slave helped to make America rich. Will Allah God be silent forever? Being a God of righteousness, justice, will he not take to himself the work of aiding the poor black people against the evil oppressors? America wants everyone to help her be more on all of her setbacks. When she calls others to fall, break up the country of the people, and destroy the independence and freedom, she laughs and prides herself as doing a great thing. She put her feet upon their colony neck and destroyed the independence as a nation. All this now return to America. The little nations are now awake. They had looked for true friendship from white America, but instead white America deceived them. Again, I repeat, the Bible prophecy, as thou hast done, so shall be done to you. There is no friend for white America. Also, it is written in the Bible. In the days of your fall, none shall help you. Why? Because you, white America, have been and are an aid of destruction and fall of other people. So who shall help you in your days of your fall? This is what Allah God wants to bring home to America through his prophets. The Holy Quran refers to white America in this kind of prophecy. When her doom comes, there will come one disaster after another. As soon as she thinks she's getting over the sore made by a previous disaster, another one will come and attack her. See, America is under all that is prophesied against her. It is nothing new. It is well known. We have been eating the bread of infliction, suffering the poison bite of our white slave masters. It has caused actual death of our proper mental way of thinking. The natural brain of the black slave is poisoned. It cannot think for itself. So Allah God is asking us to separate from white America. But the mentally dead do not want to go from her, but they have not yet got the knowledge of the truth of our God Allah and his mercy for them. The black slave children have been victimized by the white slave master because of the condition the white slave master brought our black slave fathers up in. They do not really hear the right answer to their problem. Regardless to how I cry and their millions, they are poisoned and mentally dead. Will white America repent? This is a great question. White America knows the evil doing against us, but to repent of it, I doubt it much. She feels that she tried to make up with us for evil doing to us. She will be inviting her disgrace amongst the nations of the earth. Her determination to try and to keep the so-called Negro from believing in the true God, Allah, and the true religion of Islam, which is our starvation. They are using many tricks now to see the so-called Negro. The foolish so-called Negro are falling for them. False friendship is not able to stand up for very long. Enemy is just not able to put over false friendship for long. You should be able to know them and their tricks, as long as they have been putting them all over on you. According to Holy Quran, Surah 60, friendly relation with enemy of Islam is forbidden. O you who believe, do not take my enemies and your enemies for friends. We offer them love, while they deny what have come to you of the truth, driving out the apostle yourself, because you believe in Allah, your Lord. And this kind of doing, the foolish so-called nigger will be trapped. There are even some weak Muslims who ignore this one. They even go as far as to marry the enemy of Islam. They even hate me for teaching the truth of the enemy. But Allah is with me, and I have no right to worry about the doing of the people after knowledge. The enemy does not love neither you or me, as the next verse teach. If they find you, they will be your enemies, and stretch forth towards you their hands, and their tongue evil, and desire that you may disbelieve. They will slay you with their hands, and speak evil to you and of you with their tongue. You must remember that you do not like one to befriend your enemy. How much does God dislike you for making love with his enemy? The enemy does not have to be a real devil. He be your father, mother, brother, husband, wife, or children. Many times they are your own household. Today is a great time of separation of the righteous, Muslims, and the wicked right race. The wicked are not by any means asleep to the knowledge of the time. They are really on the job of truth. You must know the truth, whether you accept it or reject it. Ask yourself these questions. Number one, if Christianity is the religion of Jesus, why is that the wicked right race represent it instead of the righteous or holy people of the east of Islam? Number two, why has not the holy city of Mecca allowed it to be taught within her? Number three, why is not Jerusalem the capital of Christianity instead of Rome, Italy? Number four, if Christianity was the religion of Jesus and the right race of Jesus' beloved people, why did he preach the doom of this right race and the coming of a new world? This people will most certainly carry to their doom many of our people, because our people fear and love of them. Look out of your doors or windows and see the black woman sitting in a car close in the arm of your and her enemy. The enemy does not love her. He only wants to disgrace her and you and keep her from seeing her after. You cannot have any such freedom with his woman, especially not in front of his doors. Love of them will get you to hell. The trouble, America, no peace. White America, in trying to hold her place as the greatest power amongst the nations of earth, is one of the most troubled countries on earth today. The world had never before seen the top rulers of the land leaving office to visit nations abroad. The purpose of these visits to foreign countries to make peace with them after years of troubling them. White America brought all of her trouble upon herself. She alone is to be charged with being the cause of the troubled world and people today. White America loved meddling into other people's affairs. You just cannot stay out of other people's business, where they are a 2 cent worth soapbox teacher, a president, and king of countries. White America action fits the description of the prophecy, the Bible. The beasts have eyes around and about. This refers to her mechanical listening devices, which white America listen in on other people's private affairs, as well as to listen in on foreign governmental affairs. This also refers to her powerful telescopes. White America goes aboard and make war against other people. Then she charged them with making war against her when she is the one who is guilty of war making. The Bible says Allah God will destroy those who delight themselves in making war. Whom to the bloody cities it is all full of lies, the robberies, the prey depart not. We see the noise of a whoop and the noise of the rattling of the wheel, and the prince of horse and the jumping chariots. America answered this prophecy of the ruin of ancient Nineveh. Nineveh was full of lies and robbery, so is white America. The prey depart not, the poor so-called nigger and white America are the prey, and they refuse to depart from white America, regardless of the evil treatment they receive. Though the whoops and the clubs of the enemies are heard night and day upon the heads and backs of the prey, so-called Negro, they still do not desire to depart from white America. Ancient Nineveh, according to her history, full of chariots that make much noise, and the prancing horses carrying the chariots in full speed. And the prophet described them as jumping chariots. So it is in white America today. The cities are filled with automobiles, and the noise of them is heard every hour of the day riding past our doors. She filled of blood for murdering people. She also filled another prophecy, whom to him that built a town with blood and established a city by iniquity. Why America was found with and built with blood and established by iniquity. She killed the inhabited Indians to establish herself as an independent people at the great loss of lives of the original owners. Her great progress had been made by the work of iniquity. She had robbed many people, and the blood of her slave, the so-called has stained the earth here and elsewhere, stained by her hands. The lawless people kill their own leaders and assassinate their rulers. Anyone who opened his mouth for justice for the poor prey, so-called Negro, he is sized, persecuted, in many cases slayed, because he dare open his mouth for the oppressed against the oppressors, whom to America she have established a government with blood. The murderer seeks to kill innocent all day long, regardless of the people's choice of rulers. If chosen, he should be obeyed and given a chance to serve the people until that people dispose him for another. It is very evil, very shameful, and savage in these light days of education and scientists for America to be charged with killing her rulers and great men of wisdom and scientists without due process of laws. Hey, Judy, there is no justice for us, the so-called Negro, and a government whose citizens are free to kill until satisfied, and then turn upon their rulers, enslave them. What chance have we under the rule of such people? We live under the very shadow of death all day long. The assassinated President Abraham Lincoln by John W. Booth in Washington, D.C., April 14, 1865, who died April 15, 1865, was successful in freeing our parents from servitude slavery to weaken the slave master's strength against the federal governments. For this, he paid with his life. President James A. Garfield, assassinated by Charles on July 2nd, 1881, in Washington, D.C., and died September 19, 1881. President William McKinley, shot September 6, 1901, in Buffalo, New York, by Leon, and died September 14, 1901. President John F. Kennedy, assassinated November 22nd, 1963, in Dallas, Texas, by the accused assassin Lee Harvey, and died minutes later. All four of these presidents was known to have spoken and acted sympathetically towards the so-called nigger, and they paid with their life for doing so. There are others who had attempt made upon their life. Miss Huey P. Young, a U.S. Senator of Louisiana, was shot September 18, 1935, by Dr. Carr, and died September 19, 1935. Miss Long preached, shared the wealth, and for this he paid with his life. There is no justice for the poor, so-called, in America, as long as they are subject under the American flag. A great attempt is now being made on the poor, lost found, so-called, deceive them, making false friendship, and to pass the civil rights bills and force themselves to accept the laws found so-called to their social equality. This is the only way for us is to accept the truth. It will make us the enemies of God and our black people of Africa and Asia who are true friends. So my brothers and sisters, this is the only trap for us. To accept it will make us the enemies of God and our own black people of Africa and Asia who are our true friends. It would be totally ignorant on our part to be swept away to our doom by accepting these milestone promises of social equality temptation. Our ignorant masses cannot be trusted under the charm of temptation and unlike. But in the end, you regret your actions. If white America wants to offer us a better side of her, why not offer us something permanent good, such as a portion of the country, a few states, for our ever-increasing population? Will a white man fool himself in continually making promises to us that he know he can't fulfill? He have his own problems of unemployment, with ever-increasing unemployment of his own kind, fleeing from Asia and Africa, plus the loss of foreign trades. Can we hope for him to care for us and our children forever? No, we need a place on this earth that we can call and go to work, produce our own needs. And this we will provide with unemployment for unemployed. Let no man deceive you. We are face to face with a change of worlds. The fall and rise of nations. The title of this chapter is taken from the 13th chapter of the Holy Quran entitled The Thunder. We have past history that teach us of the fall and rise of many nations. However, in this day, after this destruction of the nation, there will be no rise of this destroying nation, because Allah God came in the person of Master Falah Muhammad, to whom praise are due forever. We will destroy those who cause evil to spread far and wide. We will destroy those who love to make war on others, as it is written, Psalm 68, verse 30.